Hey guys, welcome to Talk to Yue. This is part 2 of my video on the reading section of the HSK 3 exam. If you haven't watched part 1, I suggest you do that first because the questions get progressively harder. So in this video, we will focus on only the last 5 and probably most difficult questions of this section. So let's zoom in and get started with question 66. Just like in the other video, here we have a small paragraph to read, and then we have to answer a question and pick the answer between options A to C. My suggestion is to always read the question first, which is the one marked with a star, and read the options and then go to read the paragraph, because in that way you already know which information you're looking for your answer. So let's start reading the question 66. 看书时会遇到 While reading, you can encounter 遇到 A. 老朋友 an old friend. B. 不认识的字 a character, Chinese character you do not know. C. 爱好相同的人 a person or people that share the same hobbies. So thanks to reading this, we know that the topic is 看书, so reading. So let's go and see what the paragraph is about. 看书时会遇到一些历史上的人或者国家的名字。这些字现在很多都不用了。想要知道它们的读音和意思，还需要词典的帮助，所以有本词典很方便。So let's translate word for word. 看书时 while reading 会遇到 So this is the same sentence as the question we just read. So while reading, you can encounter 一些历史上的人 So 一些人 some people 历史上 from history. So some historical figures 或者 or 国家的名字 names of countries. 这些字 these characters 现在很多都不用了. Right now, a lot of them are not used. 想要知道他们的读音和意思 So if you want to 知道 if you want to know their 读音 so their pronunciation 读 is to read, yin is from 声音 so the sound, and their 意思 meaning. If you want to know what they mean, 还需要 you need 词典 a dictionary. You need 词典的帮助 the help of a dictionary. 所以 therefore 有本词典 Therefore, having a dictionary 很方便 is very convenient. So based on this, let's go and look at the options again. Option A was 老朋友, so there's no 朋友 mentioned. Option B is 不认识的字, so we are talking about characters indeed. So it is most likely this answer. And then C, 爱好相同的人, so there's no mention of hobbies either. So it is option B. Let's do the same with the other question. 上网后人可以 So after going on the internet, being online, surfing the internet, people can A. 做米饭 cook. B. 坐地铁 to travel via metro or underground. C. 买东西 go shopping, buy things. So already just from our logic alone, we can imagine it is option C because it is the only option that requires you to go online buying things. The rest, so cooking and going by public transport is not really related to the internet. So let's read paragraph 67. 过去人们喜欢看报纸，现在越来越多的人喜欢在电脑上看新闻，除了看新闻，人们还可以在网上听歌、看电影、买东西。过去 in the past, people 喜欢看报纸 people liked to read the newspaper. 现在 now 越来越多 the construction is 越 something, so more and more people 喜欢在电脑上 so they like So they like on their computer to 看新闻, to watch the news. 除了 except or outside of, so besides 看新闻, besides watching the news, 人们还可以, people also can, 在网上, so online, literally on the net. Online they can 听歌, so listening to songs, 看电影, watch movies, 买东西, buy and sell things. So what can you do on the internet? Option C, 买东西. And let's move on to 68. 人们的钱包里很少有 inside of people's 钱包 wallets or purse where you keep coins. Very rarely you have 6分5角 or 2元. So all of these units that you see are related to money. So we have yuan, which is the currency, and then you have their divisions in qiao and fen. So this will become clearer as we read the paragraph. Essentially, you can think of it with fen being cents, so small pennies, for example, while qiao can be banknotes. They are slightly bigger than fen. So let's read the paragraph. 超市里一箱牛奶如果买32点56元，也就是32块5角6分，那可能会带来许多不方便，因为现在人们的钱包里很少有分这么小的零钱。So 超市里 so in supermarkets, a carton of 牛奶 of milk, 如果买 so if it is sold for 32.56 yuan, 也就是 you will need 32 块5角6分. So it's divisions of money. So 32 yuan and then 56 cents. But in Chinese you have the difference between 角 and 分. 那可能 then probably 会带来许多不方便. So 带 bringing a lot of these pennies, of these divisions of banknotes, 不方便 is not very convenient. 因为现在人们的钱包 so because right now in people's wallets, very rarely there are fen, so pennies, 这么小的零钱. 零钱 is change, coins, small, literally small money. So there's no cuts of money that are so small. So going back to our question, 人们的钱包里很少有 the same sentence we have here. So as you see, it is fen. So in this case, 6, because that's from the price of the neonine. So let's go to question 69. 根据这段话，女儿 So according to this paragraph, it's a fixed sentence, let's say. According to this paragraph, the girl, A, 爱听故事. 故事 is story, so she loves hearing stories. B, 变化很大. Became big, so she grew up. Or C, 害怕一个人睡觉. She fears sleeping alone on her own. So let's read the paragraph. 每天睡觉前，女儿总会要求妈妈给她讲一个故事。开始的时候，她听得很认真，慢慢的就睡觉了。So every day, 睡觉前 so before sleeping, the girl always 总是 always will ask her mother to tell her a story. 故事。开始的时候 when she starts, she always listens 认真 seriously. 慢慢的 very slowly 就睡觉了 very slowly she falls asleep. So according to this paragraph, A, 爱听故事 it is true, the girl does like to hear stories. The other options are not mentioned. 变化很大 there's no mention of her growing up or of her being scared of sleeping alone. So it is option A. So let's look at the last question, usually the longest or most difficult or abstract question, because this is the very end of the reading section. So 哪个地方怎么样? That place, how is it? A. 经常刮风. Very often it is windy. The wind blows. B. 环境很好. 环境 is the environment, so the environment is good. And C. 人们很热情. People are very warm, very welcoming. So let's read. 哪个地方很有名? 蓝天、白云、绿草。很多人喜欢去哪里旅游？我哥哥家就住在那儿。他们家旁边有一条小河，河边有高高的树，河里游着一种黄色的小鱼。So, 那个地方 that place is very 有名 very famous. 蓝天 so the sky is blue. 白云 the clouds are white. 绿草 the grass is green. 很多人喜欢 many people like to 去哪里旅游 to go there to travel. 我哥哥家 my brother's family 住在那儿 lives there. 他们家旁边 next to their house 有一条小河 there is a small river. 河边 so on the river side there are 高高的树 there are tall trees. 河里 inside of the river 游着 swim 一种黄色的小鱼 a type of yellow small fish. So the question was, how is this place? Option A said 刮风 is windy. There's no mention of that. Option B talked about the environment being nice. There's no direct mention of that, but also this description sounds quite nice. And C, 人们很热情. There's no mention of how the people are in this place. So it is option B. So as you see, the word 环境 is not directly mentioned. Also the word how or 漂亮 is not mentioned. And that is why this question is considered slightly harder than the rest of the paragraphs. So this concludes section 3 of the reading component of the HSK 3 exam. So thank you guys so much for following along this HSK simulation with me. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. 再见!